talk a little bit about those those promo skills? Because I'd love to go to Cody after and see, how did you use those to enhance your character and your career, in general? Was it hard for you at first?
Sure. Everybody's kind of got to grow into a character. I think you don't come, well, if you do though, old timers will hold you down, or if you're too, they would hold you back, and maybe you could come in with a flamboyant, type gimmick, Adrian Adonis, flower shop,
exactly.
or old Adrian Street, who I never met, but I know did that type of thing with the wig, and a couple of guys, did the feminine act, and but they came in, and it wasn't a change. So it's and those are different territories too. So, but you pretty much you had to develop the character yourself. The Rock wasn't the Rock when he first when you take his Rocky Maivia to all the way to the do you smell what the Rock's cooking?
Exactly, yeah.
And those there's a good jump in between those two.
Yeah.
Between that character, those two characters,
For
sure.
sure.
You grow and you feel it, and you know what works. Something like the psychology, you know what works, you know what doesn't work after a while.
Mm-hmm. And Cody, can you attest to that at all? And also for your promo skills, have you used those to enhance your character or career in any way?
Man, character development's been one of the toughest things, I think, that I've had to learn so far. A lot of people said, your characters, a lot of the times it's you just turned up by 100 times in some instances. But, training in the gym and running drills, that stuff came so much more naturally to me. It's the character development that I've really found myself having to work at. And, I watch a lot of 80s, early 90s. I think that's when the best characters were, on TV, so I watch a lot of that, and, I try to take bits and pieces from it, to apply it to me in my persona, but it's never ending. It's something you can't stop doing, because once you feel comfortable, somebody's going to pass you up, just like, any other day out there in the real world.
Right. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get complacent. And not to put you on the spot, but is there anyone in particular from those 80s that you watched that you've picked pieces of, or in the 90s, or?
Not really. Nobody specific.
Okay.
Just
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big Piper fan. Obviously, Hogan is a huge influence, when I was younger. So, but I mean, anybody I could take anything from, I have WrestleMania 6 on in the background right now, and Andre's on. So just how he, walks around, and how he could point at somebody, and it just looks so intense. Like, just those little things that a fan could pick up on. I think it's huge. Macho Man, Jake the Snake, like, one of the best talkers I think ever was Jake.
Yeah. And Don, I mean, you were around, right, when all those larger than life kind of characters were forming. Can you speak to any of those at all? Any how you watch them maybe transform, kind of like how you mentioned The Rock, from Maivia to The Rock?
Well, Hulk, I saw he's from Tampa, Tampa area, and he was going with the sister of a girl. I lived in the apartment, and he was working the Alabama territory at the time, and he came in. I remember he did a spot show up by Ocala or Gainesville, which was a spot show at the time. And boy, he was impressive, 300 something pounds, 6'6", and I don't think Dusty wanted him around. So he got impressed. But there were certain people I learned and tried to follow. I had some of the greatest in the business that I followed, that I learned from. Courtesy Alkea and Ripper Collins, who fit Hawaii like a glove, the Southern accent and murdering the Hawaiian language. And Johnny Durant. And then Ed Francis and Tally Ho, the way their programming was so far ahead. It was, it was like 20, 30 years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
They were doing stuff that the WWF started doing, you know, when I was there, you know, the off the wall stuff, you know, the
Exactly.
cutaways,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So Ed Francis, and there were territories like that. They were pretty off the wall.
Woo, Messy Daddy, Boogie Woogie Man feel good. I tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss online. Rewind, recap, relive. Oh yeah.